Hello friends. Welcome to my channel Animezone Sensei. In this video I will show you top 10 anime where main character is betrayed and become overpowered. So I hope you like it. So let's start the video. Number 10. Deadman Wonderland. It looked like it would be a normal day for Gonta Igarashi and his classmates. They were preparing to go on a class field trip to a certain prison amusement park called Deadman Wonderland, where the convicts perform dangerous acts for the onlookers' amusement. However, Gonta's life is quickly turned upside down when his whole class gets massacred by a mysterious man in red. Framed for the incident and sentenced to death, Gonta is sent to the very jail he was supposed to visit. But Gonta's nightmare is only just beginning. The young protagonist is thrown into a world of sadistic inmates and enigmatic powers, to live in constant fear of the lethal collar placed around his neck that is slowed only by winning in the prison's deathly games. Gonta must bet his life to survive in a ruthless place where it isn't always easy to tell friend from foe, all while trying to find the mysterious red man and clear his name, in Deadman Wonderland. Number 9. Blast of Tempest. Yoshino Takegawa, an ordinary teenager, is secretly dating his best friend Mihiro's younger sister. But when his girlfriend Aika mysteriously dies, Mihiro disappears, vowing to find the one responsible and make them pay for murdering his beloved sister. Yoshino continues his life as usual, and has not heard from Mihiro in a month until he is confronted by a strange girl who holds him at gunpoint, and his best friend arrives in the nick of time to save him. Yoshino learns that Mihiro has enlisted the help of a witch named Hikaze Kuzuribe to find Aika's killer and of the existence of an entity known as the Tree of Exodus. The witch's brother selfishly desires to make use of its power, in spite of the impending peril to the world. However, Hikaze is banished to a deserted island, and it is now up to Yoshino and Mihiro to help her save the world, while inching ever closer to the truth behind Aika's death. Number 8. 91 Days. As a child living in the town of Lawless, Angelo Lagusa has witnessed a tragedy. His parents and younger brother have been mercilessly slaughtered by the Venetti mafia family. Losing everything he holds dear, he leaves both his name and hometown behind, adopting the new identity of Avilio Bruno. 7 years later, Avilio finally has his chance for revenge when he receives a mysterious letter prompting him to return to Lawless. Obliging, he soon encounters the Venetti Don's son, Nero, and seeks to befriend him using the skills he has quietly honed for years. Set during the Prohibition era, 91 Days tells the story of Avilio's dark, blood-stained path to vengeance, as he slowly ends each of the men involved in the killing of his family. Number 7. QUANZHIFASHI. The aloof high schooler MO fan has found himself in a universe similar yet distinctly different from his own mundane one. It's a place where magic has replaced the essence of science. Here, the most capable students are taught to master the wonders of spellworking to fend off large devastating beasts that lurk in the forests surrounding the city. Like his previous life, Mo Fan remains the son of a poor laborer and the older stepbrother to a crippled sister. Despite these disadvantages, he dreams of attending a magic school to become a magician, a highly respected and lucrative trade. In order to repay his father for his hard work, Mo Fan is accepted into a renowned magic institution. However, rumors spread about his poverty and lack of magical ability, labeling him as the laughingstock of the school. Nonetheless, Mo Fan manages to harness not only the powerful fire element, but also the rare lightning element. Now armed with dual abilities, what dangerous encounters will the versatile mage face? Number 6. Kaze no Stigma. Kazuma Yagami is a user of Fujitsu, the ability to control the wind. He returns to his old home, the noble Kannagi household, after being banished 4 years ago for his inability to control fire and his subsequent defeat in a duel at the hands of his younger cousin, Ayano Kannagi. Returning after such a brutal exile already gives rise to many conflicts, but to make matters worse, several Kannagi family members have recently been murdered with Fujitsu. This leads the Kannagi family, including the hot-headed Ayano, to suspect Kazuma as the culprit. Now, Kazuma must not only clear his name, but also aid the family he shares a mutual hatred with, in order to discover the true identity of the killer. Number 5. Ajin, Demi-Human. Mysterious immortal humans known as Ajin first appeared 17 years ago in Africa. Upon their discovery, they were labeled as a threat to mankind, as they might use their powers for evil, and were incapable of being destroyed. Since then, whenever an Ajin is found within society, they are to be arrested and taken into custody immediately. Studying hard to become a doctor, Kaze is a high schooler who knows very little about Ajin, only having seen them appear in the news every now and then. Students are taught that these creatures are not considered to be human, but K doesn't pay much attention in class. As a result, his perilously little grasp on this subject proves to be completely irrelevant when he survives an accident that was supposed to claim his life, signaling his rebirth as an Ajin and the start of his days of torment. However, as he finds himself alone on the run from the entire world, K soon realizes that more of his species may be a lot closer than he thinks. Number 4. The heroic legend of Arslan. The year is 320. Under the rule of the belligerent King Andragoras III, the kingdom of Pars is at war with the neighboring empire, Lusitania. Though different from his father in many aspects, Arslan, the young prince, sets out to prove his valor on the battlefield for the very first time. However, when the king is betrayed by one of his most trusted officials, the Parsian army is decimated and the capital city of Ecbatana is sieged. With the army in shambles and the Lusitanians out for his head, Arslan is forced to go on the run. With a respected general by his side, Daryun, Arslan soon sets off on a journey in search of allies that will help him take back his home. However, the enemies that the prince faces are far from limited to just those occupying his kingdom. Armies of other kingdoms stand ready to conquer Ecbatana. Moreover, the mastermind behind Lusitania's victory, an enigmatic man hiding behind a silver mask, poses a dangerous threat to Arslan and his company as he possesses a secret that could jeopardize Arslan's right to succession. With the odds stacked against him, Arslan must find the strength and courage to overcome these obstacles, and allies who will help him fight in the journey that will help prepare him for the day he becomes king. Number 3. Tales of the Abyss. The world of Aldrant is bound by the score, a series of prophecies from centuries past that dictate the world's future. It is considered an absolute fate that everyone lives by, even people whose actions lead to bloodshed and tears. Using magical abilities known as the Phonic Arts, a war between the nation of Kimlaskalan Voldir and the Makath Empire is waged in hopes of bringing the score's foreseen utopia to life. Tales of the Abyss follows Luc von Fabre, who spends his days locked away in his manor after being kidnapped and losing memories as a child. One day, while honing his swordsmanship, a woman named Tara attempts to assassinate his master. Luke defends him, but the clash results in the two being teleported to a distant land. Luke and Tyr's journey back quickly escalates into a quest that will either free the world from the score's chains or destroy it completely. Number 2. Blue Exorcist. Humans and demons are two sides of the same coin, as are Asaya and Gehenna, their respective worlds. The only way to travel between the realms is by the means of possession, like in ghost stories. However, Satan, the ruler of Gehenna, cannot find a suitable host to possess and therefore remains imprisoned in his world. In a desperate attempt to conquer Asaya, he sends his son instead, intending for him to eventually grow into a vessel capable of possession by the Demon King. No Exorcist follows Rin Okumura, who appears to be an ordinary, somewhat troublesome teenager that is until one day he is ambushed by demons. His world turns upside down when he discovers that he is in fact the very son of Satan, and that his demon father wishes for him to return so they can conquer Asaya together. Not wanting to join the king of Gehenna, Rin decides to begin training to become an exorcist, so that he can fight to defend Asaya alongside his brother Yukio. Number 1. Attack on Titan. Turning against his former allies and enemies alike, Eren Yeager sets a disastrous plan in motion. Under the guidance of the beast Titan, Zeke, Eren takes extreme measures to end the ancient conflict between Marley and Eldia, but his true intentions remain a mystery. Delving deep into his family's past, Eren fights to control his own destiny. Meanwhile, the long-feuding nations of Marley and Eldia utilize both soldiers and titans in a brutal race to eliminate the other. Reiner Braun uses his own powers in a desperate bid to hold off Eren's own militaristic force, and his fellow Eldians' children Falco Grice and Gabi Braun struggle to survive in the unfolding chaos. Elsewhere, Eren's childhood friends Mikasa Ackerman and Armin Arlert remain imprisoned alongside Eren's former Survey Corps companions, all disturbed by Eren's monstrous transformation. Under the blind belief that Eren still secretly harbors good intentions, Mikasa and the others enter the fray in an attempt to save their friend's very soul.